talk radio station anywhere. We are LA Talk Radio at latalkradio.com.
You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona. Priscilla Leona. Only on LA Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome to Question Reality. I'm your host, Priscilla Leona, and we're coming to you live from Studio City, California. And our show is broadcast every Sunday from 5 o'clock to 5:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, our show will help you question your career reality. This show is for you if, and we have some bullet points, if you were, are, or might be considering a career in the entertainment industry. Now, our guests will provide you with advice, resource information on how and what it takes to successfully pursue a career in show business. Our guests work in various professions of entertainment, so that means that we will definitely have someone on the show sooner or later from a career that you're interested. Now, if you want to check out our past guests, read their bios, listen to their interview instantly, or download one of the shows, you can go directly to the LA Talk Radio website. You should be on that now if you're listening to us. That's a big clue. But just in case you want to jot it down, latalkradio.com, you can send that out in an email for friends. Now, if you're on the website right now, you want to click at the top of the website that says Channel 1. You scroll down, you look for the graphic of our show, Question Reality, click the link. This will take you directly to our archive page where you can view the list of past guests. And our shows are always available 24 hours a day for download on iTunes, and we're under the podcast section, just so you know. A lot of people are like, I can't find you. We're under the podcast section. So what you do is you just type in Question Reality Radio in the search box on iTunes. And if you want to find out about future guests, visit the official Question Reality website directly. And that's questionreality.us, not .com. Again, questionreality.us for United States. Woo! Not .com. And I have exciting news. I know I've been telling you about we are going to have our own application. We have the LA Talk Radio application now available on iTunes. So you can download our LA Talk Radio application, put it on your phone, and you can listen to any show right from your phone. So check that out. We are exciting enough for you to have us on your phone wherever you go. Now, today we have a fantastic guest for you, as we do every week. But I'm very excited to have her on the show because she's my very first rapper hip-hop artist. And we are going to talk to her in a little while. Her name is Keldamuzik. And while I'm going through my wonderful world of advertisements, you can actually visit her website right now. Her website is KELDAMUZIK.net, keldamuzik.net. Her name is Keldamuzik, a.k.a. Diva in the house. Look, I'm trying to be cool. It's not working out, but I'm trying. So check her out. Don't listen to her too long because you want to listen to her on my show, but you can listen to her after the show. But we're going to talk to her in a couple of minutes. But first, I want to tell you about some new stuff going down in the world of entertainment. First of all, I am very happy and excited to have come across this person. I am a member of a website called indieproducer.net because, as you know, I produce various film projects and various projects. So music videos, blah, blah, blah. So everybody knows that. So anyway, I'm part of this website, indieproducer.net, and I get frequent emails from them with updates on stuff. And I happened to get an email from them. They were asking for people to help donate because they are and I don't know the exact specifics, so I don't want to get incorrect, but they were asking for donations because they need help in keeping their website alive. As you know, it costs a lot of money to run a business website for whatever they do. And so I donated some money, and I got a wonderful thank you email from a lady named Carrie David. And when I went and checked out her website, I was in heaven. I said, oh my God, this is exactly what I've been looking for to have on my show, because this woman, what she does is exactly what you need to know about in order to do a film project. And let me just tell you about her. She is she has a new film consulting and mentoring site. How great is that? How many people have wanted to do a film project and they just don't know what to do? You're a new director, you're a new producer, and you're like, well, I want to do it, but I don't know what to do. Where do I go to get a permit? Where do I go to do this? Is this legal? Should I shoot it guerrilla? Should I go da-da-da-da? So this is a new film consulting and mentoring site. She is a multiple award-winning producer. Her name is Carrie David, and she recently realized a long-time dream of mentoring filmmakers on a one-to-one basis. So what she did was she launched her new consulting website, and the website is carriedavid.com, KERRYDAVID.com. I cannot tell you how helpful this will be to you if you want to work your own project and you don't know what to do, because you need to know what to do it right, or else you're going to get in big trouble. I can't tell you how many people have started wanting to shoot their projects, and they do decide to do it guerrilla style, which basically means you're not getting permits. You're kind of running around shooting stuff without knowing what you're doing. Somebody falls on the set where you're filming something and hurts themselves. Kiss your ass goodbye, kiss your boat goodbye, your house goodbye, your car goodbye. Whatever you have, they are going to have. They will be eating off your dining room tables because it'll be in their house. So you just want to do everything legal. But you may not know what all you need to do legally. So this is the website you want to go to. No matter where you are in the process of your film career, Carrie can offer really sage advice from her vast experience. She's worked in budgets as low as $1,100 for a movie called My Date with Drew, and she's also worked on movies as high as $35 million plus, with budgets such as when she worked on Agent Cody Banks franchise, on that franchise. So whether you're considering filmmaking like as an option, or you're well into the filmmaking process already, having an expert at your fingertips, oh my God, it's always a plus. It's like having a lawyer on retainer. It's mandatory. So, whatever the obstacles and challenges that you encounter, from fundraising and casting and production to marketing and distribution, consulting with an expert can really lighten the weight of production. I cannot tell you what this woman can bring to you if you're thinking about working a project and you don't know what to do. So I would let Carrie guide you basically in your choices and your decision making. Go to her website, check her credentials out. She's got a ton of credentials. And what's really cool, you're thinking, I know right away you're thinking, oh my God, it's so expensive. There's no way I can afford it. She probably charges a fortune. And your first question is going to be, how much does she charge for this? How much does she charge for that? Well, you know what? If you go to her website, that's one of the things that attracted me, because I'm like that too. You got a service. I want to know how much. Don't be telling me what all you need to do. I have a general idea. Show me the money and how much you want from me. So what's great about her is on the website, she has all of her prices. If you want to call her, she's got her price on there for that. You need this, that. It's broken down for you. So go there, check it out. And send me an email. Let me know how great this woman's website is. She is just going to, I think it's such a boon. I really do, for everyone. So let me know, people, how it worked out for you. Send me the emails. Now, another exciting event from July 1st to July 29th, we are having the Writers Guild Association Writers on Genre series. So it's a series of action, thriller, sci-fi, and rom-com seminars. And that's going to be held right at the WGA offices. And if you want to check that out, it's $80, which is very reasonable for what they're offering. And go to writersguildfoundation.org. WRITERSGUILDFOUNDATION.org. Woo! Now, on July 12th, coming up tomorrow, who doesn't love that movie, that show Glee? Love it, love it, love it. It has really brought back the love of dance and musical theater and high school, and I cannot watch that show without feeling super fantastic afterwards. Well, the Glee Writers Panel is going to be at the Paley Center. The Paley Center is going to present the Glee co-writers and the executive producers, Ryan Murphy, Brad Falchuk, Ian Brennan, and it's going to be at the Writers Guild Theater, and that's at 135 South Doheny Drive in Beverly Hills at 7 o'clock. It's only $15, people. My God. You don't want to go in there and try to schmooze and network with these co-creators and executive producers of Glee. PaleyCenter.org. Check it out, PALEYCENTER.org. And July 19th, another one of my favorite shows, Modern Family. Is that like a cool show or what? The Paley Center is going to be presenting the co-writers and executive producers from there. You know, Steve Leviathan, Christopher Lloyd. You got to go there just to see Christopher Lloyd. Come on, Back to the Future, Taxi, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The Writers Guild, again, visit the website PaleyCenter.org. $15 for that as well. July 31st, WGA is having Writing for Television. It's an all-day seminar for TV writers, 9:30 to 7, again, at their offices in Los Angeles, $150, and you want to check out writersguildfoundation.org. And August 14th, they're having a Script Writers Network TV panel. Script Writers Network TV panel. Go to the website scriptwritersnetwork.org. Scriptwritersnetwork.org. Say that 3 times. I could not do that. August the 4th, 3D TV panel at ITV Fest. Check out itvfest.org. And lastly, on November the 8th, we're going to have a film finance panel at the American Film Market. You want to know how to finance your project? You have to go to this panel. Check this panel out. It's AmericanFilmMarket.com. So very exciting stuff coming up. If you are a writer or even in the entertainment business, everybody would want to go to these because you can learn so much. You really do need to cross-train yourself. If you're an actor, you really should go to writers' seminars. If you're a writer, you really should check out acting as a director, etc. So the more knowledge you have, the better off you are in this business. Now, without further ado, oh my gosh, again, back to the excitement here on Question Reality. We have the wonderful hip-hop artist, rapper, Keldamuzik, a.k.a. Diva. Let me just tell you a little bit about her. She is from the Bay Area, and she just returned from her tour on the Barbados Islands. Oh, just saying that, it makes me think of Long Island iced tea, some coconut. I'm smelling it. Oh, my God, we got to find out how Barbados was for those of us who have never been there. She was there to promote her album, which was released on April the 20th, and Keldamuzik, from what I understand about her, she is sassy but classy. She's classy but edgy. She's a spitstress, which I just learned what that word meant. I love that word. Now I'm going to be incorporating it as much as possible. A spitstress. I think I consider myself to be a little spitstress. She's a prima donna, and she is the rap goddess of hip-hop and the entertainment world. She possesses a vibrant, regal energy and a sexy smile that would get you going on the dance floor. And if you've seen a picture of her, she is just hot, 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 hot. And you guys, you got to just go to her website just to take a look at her. Now, her skills are especially demonstrated when she spits fire and powerful lyrics, and she has a vocal delivery that has tonality and colorful expressiveness. So it's not your average screaming on the microphone. I know a lot of you are not really into hip hop and rap because you think it's a bunch of screaming really loud over the microphone. And then you have a distorted bass beat that overpowers the hip-hop lyrics and the hip-hop artist. But no, you are not going to get that when you listen to Keldamuzik stuff. And on top of her lyrical genius, which we're going to hear because we're going to play a song, Thirsty, from her album, she has an excellent persona, and she also has the business and marketing savvy that has propelled her to become not just a great artist, not just a future asset to the music game, but a very versatile artist. And that's what we want to find out from her today. We want to find out how she has broken into the hip-hop rap music industry, because our show is about how do you do it. If you're working that Monday through Friday 9-to-5 job, that's what our show is all about. You question your career reality. You don't have to be sitting there pushing a pencil. If you want to do what Keldamuzik does, we're going to find out how you do it. So, it makes me want to break out in the Montel Jordan song. This is how we do it. Oh, hey, he's a friend of mine. Okay. All right. Now, without further ado, woo! Keldamuzik. Are you there, baby?
Hey, you guys, how you doing? I'm Keldamuzik, a.k.a. Diva. I'm so glad to be on air right now. I've looked forward to this day for some time now, and I'm finally here with you, Priscilla.
Woo! Well, you got to thank Wendy Bell. Now, who is Wendy Bell? Because she emailed me. Apparently, she listened to the show, and she loved it, and she emailed me and asked me if I'd be interested. She sent your website, and, of course, as soon as I saw you and heard you, I said, oh, absolutely, my God. But who is Miss Wendy Bell? Because we have to thank her for getting you on the show.
Most definitely. Wendy Bell, she is my business partner, and we've been working with each other for the longest. She's the only person that I have that believes in everything that I do, whether it's a success or whether, it just doesn't, come out the way we want. The way we want it to be. She's always been there for me, my backbone, so she's my motivator.
Well, she's very professional, because I tell you, booking, when we book people on the show, a lot of times we have to email them 2 and 3 times or call them and say, you're on the show this week. Are you sure you remember? Blah, blah, blah. Well, Wendy will return the email immediately, and that says a lot. That is a person you definitely want. Another tip in business, if you're going to have somebody like Keldamuzik has Wendy Bell, you want somebody that is going to be returning those emails right away and responding and getting you out there. And that's exactly what Wendy Bell did. I mean, every time I emailed her, she would respond back immediately, and she gave me everything that I needed to get Keldamuzik's press kit together to be able to promote her. So you definitely picked a winner there. We can only see you rising to the top with Wendy Bell on your side, right?
Right, exactly. And I think everybody needs someone like that in their corner, whether it's acting, modeling, singing, rapping, even, being a gymnast, an athlete. You always need somebody in your corner who is going to be down for you and understand your perspective on what you want to do. And, there's people that we have that give us, direction and that guide us in the industry and show us what we should do. But if anything, they should help more, with polishing what you currently have and being able to, not turn you off from what you want to do or discourage you, but just try to help, assist with what you have, make it better, not try to tear it down, because it's easy for someone to tear things down. It's always easy to do that, but to help it grow and enhance it, those are usually the hard things, and people who can't help with that aren't the people that you want to work with anyway. So you always want people who are positive and down for you and that see your point of view in doing what you want to do.
Now, I completely agree with that, but you are definitely a lucky person in that you have someone like that. I have a lot of people calling me and emailing me and saying, I really want to do this and that and this, but I don't have anybody to support me. They either have a problem doing it themselves financially, or a lot of times they're really trying to do it themselves and then they get a little down if they have kind of a slow period or a slow patch. And one of the things I recommend, I say, well, if you can't find anybody that's willing to spend time promoting you and helping you to propel your career, then you're going to have to find a way to be able to hire someone to do it for you if you can't do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I have run across a lot of people who, and I personally think, well, if you can't get out there and market and network and socialize yourself, then, you know, you're going to have to hire someone for you. Actually, my real thought is you shouldn't be in the business, because you really need to work your ass off and work hard to get somewhere in any business. But I actually had a conversation with a girl who called me and said, well, you know, people keep telling me I got to do this and I got to do that and I got to do this, but I just don't have the skills to do it. And of course, you know, I'm like, well, you know, in my opinion, you call me, I'm going to tell you exactly what you are. And you're lazy, you're a procrastinator, da-da-da. But if you want to be in show business and you don't want to do it yourself, hire someone to do it for you. Exactly. What's your thought on that? I mean, you're very lucky and you have someone that believes in you, because you just you're very fortunate. But what do you recommend to people who don't have that person like you do?
Well, yeah, that's always the major question. You know, people like they say, you could either, you know, have someone that's really close to you, whether it's a friend or a family, that's like, hey, you know, I want to do whatever you want to do, just let me know, and, you know, I'll send out press releases, mail packages, and call people, whatever you need me to do, set things up. But then you kind of want somebody who has a little bit more knowledge of what you want to do. You know, if you're an entertainer, you know, if you're a rap artist such as myself, you want to make sure that person is, he knows what, where to send press releases to, what media outlets he's going to submit you to, what stations you're going to be airing on. And without that type of knowledge, it's going to be pretty hard to, you know, break into, the next level. And so at times, yeah, you do have to kind of just, you know, save a little money and be able to hire, you know, someone professional that's going to work for you. And usually, you know, you can always Google. You could look anywhere to find what you want. If you want a really good publicist, you could Google publicists, look up other artists that are in the same genre of music as you, and find out who's doing their publicity, find out who's doing their management, and then you have to position yourself the right way to speak to these people and not act like you're coming at them with your hands out, but more of, hey, this is what I'm doing and this is where I could use your assistance, you know. But when you're kind of just, you know, starting out from scratch and you really don't know where to go and you're just like trying to, you know, you have a couple dollars in your pocket and you're trying to find people to help you, sometimes it could get a little hard and people are going to charge you like so much money, you know, like I'm talking like $1,500 to $2,500 a month just for publicity, and that's just because that's more work that the publicist has to put in. So usually when you start building your own, you know, you're putting in your own groundwork, eventually you'll run into someone who is business savvy on, you know, in the industry that you're in, but is not going to charge you as much because you already put in half the work yourself. You know what I mean?
Good point. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the things that I had recommended for this particular person, I don't think she's at that level now, but I said when you get to that level, obviously one of the people you're going to have to hire is a publicist. But yes, they are pricey people. They really are. And in my experience from talking to artists that have them, I hate to say it, but a lot of the times they have been disappointed with the amount of time or the lack of time and effort that publicists put into their career, because, of course, a publicist has more than one client, right? So my question to you is, what do you recommend if a person really doesn't have that much money to go around and say they save $10,000, because usually when you go to a publicist, they kind of want a commitment of a minimum of 3 months, and you're paying minimum. I mean, $1,500 honestly is a bargain to get a publicist these days.
It is, yeah.
I mean, I'd question who it was if you're paying them $1,500. But if you find a publicist for say $1,500 and you know what can you do? What would you recommend that you do to keep on top of them to to do their job, because a lot of the artists I've talked to say they're not getting them out, they're not getting enough press out there, they're not getting known enough. What do you recommend that you do as an artist to keep on them to get your money's worth?
Right, and that's a good question, because I've been through many situations where, I hired, a publicist, and they have about several clients, and yeah, you have to stay on top of them. You have to remind them sometimes, hey, look, did you send this out? Did you call the station? Where am I going to be tomorrow? And they're just like, oh, I need to get on it. Most of the time, if you build a close relationship with them, and let them know, hey, look, before I start this campaign with you, I want to let you know where I'm coming from, and I want to be able to talk to you maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times a week or whatever, because I'm this type of person that has to know what's going on in my campaign, because, yeah, I can't really afford you, but, I'm breaking my neck here to do this because I want to, be an artist really badly, and I want people to know about my music. So let's make out a plan, for us to talk at least twice a week, every Thursday at 6. Okay, and I'm going to send you updates on what I'm doing on my end on a weekly basis, and I want you to send me a report as well. And usually by doing that, you're working together with each other. And when you work together with each other, nothing but positive things could happen. But when there's a lack of communication in between, there's always a question like, okay, I just paid her. Was this just for, is she really just trying to get me for my money, or maybe I don't know it, but she's breaking her back for me, and she's going to come with something spectacular at the end of the month,
How do you know that? What do you like? Is it proper protocol for you to ask them? Okay, I'm going to pay you $1,500. Can you give me a paper trail of what you've done for me monthly? Is that acceptable, or do you do it verbally?
I do both, actually.
Okay.
I want them to tell me what they're doing for me, and then I want it on paper. You should always have things on paper, because at the end of the day, when they say, hey, pay it again, let's renew the contract, you're going to say, okay, well, I need proof, or I need you to provide me with a sheet of information of activities that that you've done, or list of things that you've done for me. And sometimes, if they're really on top of their game, they will already have that for you before you ask, because yes, they want to get paid the next month. And some people who aren't on top of their game, they're just like, oh, well, I'm getting that developed, but, we're deep into the campaign, continue to pay me, and you'll get that eventually. No, you have everything. The first time you guys talk, have everything squared away, so that at the end of the day, there's no clashing going on, and there's no, questioning going on. So get everything out the way at first, yes.
What do you think, in your professional opinion, should you expect? Say a person wants to pursue a career along your lines, wants to be in the music business, and they really aren't getting too far doing what they're doing. They've done so much. Now they feel like they want to move to the level of hiring a PR person. So what can they expect, or what should they expect for the first 3 months? What should a PR person be doing for them?
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. From my perspective, I think, it's almost like an introductory campaign. They need to introduce the artist to the media. They need to introduce the artist to the radio stations, get interviews going. So it's pretty much, it would be light. Like for the first 3 months, you might be doing a few interviews here, there, you might be Googleable, a little bit, but it's pretty just an introductory campaign. And usually that's what they say, hey, you got to wait about 6 to 12 months to see results. And what they mean by that is, after sending out all these press releases and contacting all these people, 12 months down the line, those same people are going to call back later and say, hey, could we get an interview with her? Hey, could we book her here? We're having this event, because also, too, there's deadlines. And so the publicist might get in touch with, the events coordinator for, a basketball event, and the coordinator might say it's too late, but next year, keep us in mind. That's usually what I mean. That's what I mean when I say, the next year a lot of things will start popping up, because the year, goes around full circle again. And now there's all these events that are, that already know about you, because the publicist introduced you last year. And so you're already in the loop to, in order to be booked again that year. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Good point.
It's just, again, the publicist is building relationships on your behalf on the first part of the campaign. And then the second part, that's when you go into more depth and you figure out, hey, look, okay, I sent out press releases here. I called these stations, what other marketing avenues do we need to take to further you, so that when the next year comes around, when 2011 comes around, the first part of the year, you're already on the first radio show that just came out. You're already a part of this, liquor event. You're already performing at this basketball charity event, So it's just putting in the work, I guess, at first. But it's kind of hard because a lot of these artists that don't really know the business, they expect to be put on top right when they pay their money, and
right.
That's why. Yeah, and that's why they have certain, all these online media folks, that's why they have certain packages like, hey, we'll put you on our website right now, pay us $50. We'll go ahead and do it, Whereas a publicist is still going to, go through a lot more research and make sure that automatically you're going to be put on their website without the magazine guy having to call you,
That's a very good point, what you just brought up. That little scam thing. What should they avoid? I'm just hearing about this for the first time. What are these websites where they're offering that? Can you tell us about that? What are these websites?
Okay, so you have these quick websites that say, hey, pay us $50 to $100 and we'll blast your music out to maybe 10 other legit websites that will put your picture on the front of the page along with your music playing. That's just a quick little exposure, tactic that they have. But it doesn't really mean it's not longevity. It's just for the time being,
So they actually have these websites where they encourage artists to pay them, and they put their music and stuff on websites, and what do you do? They're just putting it up there. What exactly is that supposed to do?
Right, it's supposed to give you your quick 15 minutes of fame, People are able to listen to your music and, be familiar with who you are, add you on MySpace, follow you on Twitter, add you on Facebook or whatever, and that's if they even care enough.
You can do that damn stuff yourself. I mean, what the hell are you going to pay money for that for? My God. Yeah,
exactly.
So pretty much, Keldamuzik, there's a lot of scams out there. What should people? That's one of the things that you should look out for. What are some other things that when you're starting out as a music artist should you be aware of?
Well, you should definitely be aware of, the whole money thing. Basically, a lot of people are struggling out there. A lot of starting musicians and actors and stuff. What you just have to make sure of is, you need to watch out for people who always talk about money, money, money. Okay? And then you need to watch out for people who name drop for no reason. Name dropping is necessary, but if they're name dropping prior to you signing the agreement and paying the money, well, it's a sales job. They're just trying to get you to, hurry up and pay up and sign this agreement. We're locked in for 3 months where you're paying $1,500 a month. Now, if they start name dropping within the campaign and they're actually doing stuff for you, you already know what kind of situation you're in. You're in a cool situation, but you just have to be careful of people who don't deal with your type of music or what you do, and say they can and want to charge you an arm and a leg, because at the end of the day, no publicist is really going to turn down anybody because they could use the money. And since that person doesn't know too much about the business, the publicist is getting over, because it's like, hey, I could tell you right now, give me $3,000 right now. In about 9 months, you'll see some results. Artists could just sit back and make music, do what he or she is doing, and not worry about it. But then later, when the 9th month comes, it's like, hey, what's going on? The publicist could either say, hey, look, I already told you from the get-go. Hey, look, this business is hard. Everything's a hit and miss. Sorry, I didn't get anything for you. And you just have to take that and swallow it and say, hey, this is just the business. But really, there's other ways. So you got to choose
a publicist that you got to do your homework basically and find out that this publicist is working in the business. Well, that's actually a catch-22, because how do you really choose a publicist? Because what if that publicist has other artists that do the same thing that you do? So you got to do homework and find a publicist that kind of works in the genre of music. Like, they've got to know how to promote and where to go to promote a hip hop rapper artist or whatever the music is. But then what if that PR company has like 5 people that does what you do? Then how can you ensure that you're getting the best publicity?
Yeah, that's a good question. Sometimes the best thing to do, too, is talk to the other artists that are working with that publicity firm and find out, what type of, situations that they've put them in, And I know every artist is different and every marketing plan is designed differently, but the best thing you could do is just talk to other people. And of course, when you're talking, to your publicity firm, when you do ask for, the names of companies that you submitted me to, you Google those companies and you try to talk to them as well. Call them up. Hey, look, did so-and-so from No Entertainment, company, did they call you in regards to, having me booked here? Oh, no, we don't know about you. Then that's when you have to, question yourself and question them, like, okay, what's going on? They don't know about me. They think this is a cold call. What's going on? So you just have to do a lot of heavy research when talking. When dealing with these publicity firms. It's all about research because you're putting in so much money into this. You owe it to yourself to make sure you get the best services out of them.
Absolutely. You got to not only prep, you got to have, when you go to a publicist at the point where you're ready to go to a publicist, first of all, you can't be lazy and just say, oh, I want to be a hip hop artist, a rapper, or I want to do this, I want to do that, but I don't want to go around and do all the hard work, so I'll hire someone to do it for me. Because at the point where you go to a publicist, you really have to be established somewhat, people. You really do. You have to have done some work yourself to get to the point where you hire a publicist, because a publicist is just going to take your career to the next level. But you have to have somewhat of a fan base. You have to have done something. And again, as Keldamuzik says, you cannot just drop the ball once you hire a publicist, or they will, they may not always be on the ball. You'll be lucky if you do get someone who will be business savvy and be able to get you from point A to point B. But again, you got to keep up on them. You got to care as much about your career. You got to care more about your career than they do, honestly. So again, Keldamuzik, thank you so much for giving us that information about business. I hope that was helpful to everyone. But now we want to talk about the woman, Keldamuzik. We want to talk about you. Now, I always start off with this question because so many people like to know if you are at the point where you're following a dream that you've always had. So my question is, when did you know that you wanted to be a hip-hop artist and a rapper? Like, take us back when you were, little Keldamuzik was a little girl. What did she want to be?
Well, it was funny. When I was young, I always knew I wanted to be in front of the camera. Whether it was modeling, acting, or music, I always wanted to be seen. I wanted eyes on me. I wanted people to, applaud for me. And just being the center of attention already, at school, I would do like little comedy shows during lunch, or, the teacher would tell me to, read a paragraph in the book, and I would just turn it into something really funny and make all the kids laugh. And, doing that for a little while, my mom started to put me, in acting classes, modeling school, and, being around so many young children that wanted to do the same thing, it just inspired me even more. And usually, I would be taken out of school. My mom would take me out of school, take me to this audition, and they would have me, dance and, just do all kind of little activities so they could see, the talent in me. And by the age of 16, that's when I really said, okay, I'm going to take my career seriously and say, hey, I'm an artist. I need to start doing shows. I need to get myself out there. And I used to go to a lot of open mics. Here in the Bay Area, San Francisco, they have a lot of open mic nights where people would do poetry. They would rap. They would sing. They would dance. It would just be anything to show off talent. And sometimes I would even put my hands in like events and actually try to, pull together events and gather artists around, because it's just more, the more you're around artists, the more you feel like this is a big movement, a big culture. And doing that as I got older, I just started doing a lot more writing, networked with a lot of people, attended a lot of events, and, I gained a lot of advice from top industry professionals. And from there, I just started recording music, and I started dealing with the right people, and I was pointed in the right direction. And, of course, I went through all the troubles of paying certain people I shouldn't have, but, I cleaned up my mess, and I learned from my mistakes. And I've learned to deal with people who, want to deal with you for you and not so much of your money. Money isn't a factor. It's about your talent and your drive. And so you just come to realize, and it comes with age too, as you get older, you just realize who's doing what for you and where you need to be in this industry. And, a lot of young kids starting out, they have their parents that help them. And my mom, she helped me as best as she could, but she only knew so much, But I just had to learn for myself. Reading books, being around other artists, networking with a lot of people really helped.
Well, let me ask you, you obviously are a rapper and hip-hop artist. Who were some of your influences to turn to the world of hip-hop and rap rather than, say, singing the kind of music Beyonce sings or Madonna or any other type of music? Why did you gravitate towards rap and hip-hop?
Well, with that, because I love the sound of hip hop, and I love the fact that heavy music, and when you're in a zone, it keeps you controlled in a zone, and this is why people love reciting lyrics of Eminem, of Jay-Z, of now even the latest, even Drake now. You know what I mean? I definitely liked artists such as definitely Queen Latifah, Yo-Yo, MC Lyte, even TLC. They inspired me a lot too. Just by watching them and watching them and hearing them and the way that they embrace their musical talent and their effort, it really just inspired me a lot. Listening to their albums, even The Brat, it just really made me think, hey, there's ladies. There are a lot of ladies out there that are chasing their dreams, and it's not all about working in the corporate world 9 to 5 or even going to school for that matter. It's about shooting for your dreams, and whatever's going to lead to that dream, they're going to do whatever they need to do to get there. And that's why I love those ladies, Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, The Brat, especially Left Eye, rest in peace to Left Eye, or even Aaliyah, rest in peace to Aaliyah, because she died doing what she loves.
Well, okay. Well, I tell you, I actually know, I'm not, a hip hop rap artist lover because I have a hard time understanding it. But when I listened to your song, I was like, oh my God, I actually understood what she said. I understand that. I can hear that. And that's important to introducing people to hip hop and rap, because a lot of people think, I'm not going to like that. I'm not going to like that. But you really got to give it a chance, I mean, you got to try to open your mind to different types of music. And I loved a Salt and Pepper. Is it Peppa, Salt and Pepper? And I actually still can remember and recite a little lyric from, what was the song? Yo, 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 baby, pop, come here and give me a kiss. Remember that song? From when? Oh no, you're a young one. That was back in the 80s. Yeah. I might be throwing that at you. You're like, well, I still remember that, and that's like my only claim to fame as a rap artist is remembering the Salt and Pepper song. But it's an old school kind of thing. But I just wanted to say that I loved the song Thirsty, and because I understood it made sense. It has a great beat. I want to play that right now because we're running out of time, and my God, I can tell we could be on the phone for hours, but I want people to hear your song. So Ronan, are you there? Hello? Hello?
Ronan.
Ronan. Okay, Ronan, if you're there, we want to play Keldamuzik song Thirsty. Can we do that now?
My attention, he thirsty. Watching me suck my straw, flirty. My sheets are clean, but I'm undercover dirty. Gotta prove to a diva that you're worthy. Gotta prove to a diva you deserve me. But prove it over there, don't hurt me. It's all good, baby, take your time. As long as you ain't wasting mine. Oops, then again, I changed my mind. It's not my fault, blame my sign. Going crazy, I need to hire a shrink. Sitting at my table, I quietly think. Why do men give an arm and a leg and you bark and you beg just to buy me a drink? That's thirsty.
It's hot in here, but my presence makes it hotter. You thirsty now, you need a lot of water, cause you thirsty. We just met and now he wants me to have his daughter. He's thirsty, so thirsty, so thirsty, thirsty.
And he be like,
can I, can we, why can't I, why can't we?
And he be like,
can I, can we, why can't
already. I just drank some water. Wow, that is really good. And again, I'm telling you, Keldamuzik, I'm not a hip hop rapper person, and I loved that song. I think this might be the beginning of me liking rap. If it sounds like you, I think I'm going to start slow and easy, and I'm just going to listen to you and then try to build up from there.
Oh, and I love to help you build. So
I'm telling you, but right now, my God. Now let's talk about this. So we only have about 5 minutes to go, but let's try to get everything in. You just came off a tour in Barbados promoting your new album. What's the name of the album? Where can we get it?
Yes, the album is called Diva TV, and you could actually buy it on my website, keldamuzik.net, KELDAMUZIK.net, and you'll see the album cover right on the first page, and go ahead, click on it, and buy it.
Well, I want it, but I want it autographed, so you have to send me an autographed copy.
Oh, and I most definitely will. No doubt.
That's right. And hey, for everybody listening, if you contact Keldamuzik to buy her CD, she will. May I be so presumptuous to say that you would sign everyone's CD that is a listener who contacts you? Can you? Yay! I got her to commit to that. So so check it out. The price and everything, and we can buy it right directly on your website, right?
Yes, directly on the website. It's called Diva TV.
Yay! And how many songs are we getting on that?
Yes, you're getting 12 nice full songs, and it's featuring a lot of artists that appeared on my reality show, Diva TV. And like I said, this is my third album. I'm really excited about it. It's been selling really well. I've been getting a lot of good reviews about it. If you Google me, you'll see reviews about it. And I'm very proud of this album because I put about 6 months into it and just been really capturing the essence of my delivery and being able to write a little bit, exploring with my writing a bit more so people could understand where I'm coming from. And I really hope that you guys feel the same when you buy it.
Well, I understood it. I think everybody should be thirsty for Keldamuzik, honey. So you got to get on that website, keldamuzik.net, and buy that CD because I know I am. Now, you got some upcoming shows. Now, you do your own reality show? What's that all about?
Okay, well, Diva TV is a reality show that focuses on my career. So pretty much like a reality show that you see on, TV nowadays. I do the same thing except for it's on local television.
Okay.
And I air in about 5 million homes. And what I do is, I kind of I promote the art. I promote the I don't know how to say it, but I promote networking. I show people how I network as an independent artist, and I show people that you could be an unsigned independent artist, but you could still rub elbows with the big guys and still be able to get into places and do the same things that they do without having
my
big
God,
names.
that's exactly what my audience is all about. How can we find out about your show? How do we watch it? Where do we get it?
Yes, actually, by visiting keldamuzik.net, you'll see at the bottom there's a logo for Diva TV, and when you click there, it'll direct you into the page where you'll see footage of my show, interviews that I do with people such as yourself at times, just so I could get that feedback and show my audience, hey, look, you don't have to be a big name to get in this club and perform or do whatever. As long as you are true to what you do in yourself, people see that already, and they say, hey, come up on stage, hey, do this, do that, So definitely you could check it out.
And on there, maybe possibly you could be a guest. So check it out on her website. Now, we got 1 minute. Let's get in these BET Awards. What's that all about?
Oh, yeah. I went to the BET Awards. I went to the BET Awards last month, June, and, this was my third time going. And, I just want to say that I want to give a shout-out to BET. They've really been improving a lot on their award shows. Like, it was just so beautiful. To have everything the way, everything was just set so nice and pure, and the artists that they had, Alicia Keys, she did a few songs, Kanye West, Usher, even Drake, Patti LaBelle, They all came up there and did some of their songs from the past and stuff, and it was a really good, awesome show. This year was like the best show yet.
I heard that. A couple of my friends went, and they said they did a great job this year. So, yay, BET. Keldamuzik, you're not going to believe this, but it's 5:50, and that means we're out of time. Can you believe the interview went so fast? I can't believe it.
I can't believe it went really fast. That's because we were talking about great things.
You know what that means? That means you got to come back next year.
Yes, I definitely have to come back next year.
We have to have you back next year. And listen, everybody, Keldamuzik.net, KELDAMUZIK.net. Thank you so much for being on the show. I just adored our interview, and you gave my listeners so much. I'm going to contact Wendy Bell and have her book you for next year, because we got to have you come back, and we got to find out what's going on with your career. Thank you, Keldamuzik. And listen, everybody, get that CD. Thirsty. Yes. Thank you, Keldamuzik. Say goodbye to our audience.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys for having me. Again, visit Keldamuzik.net, KELDAMUZIK.net. Follow me on Twitter, Keldamuzik. Add me on Facebook, Keldamuzik. Google Keldamuzik. I'm everywhere, and I'm coming soon to a city near you.
Well, I hope you're coming to see me. Thank you, everybody. Keldamuzik's made me thirsty. I'm going to go get something to drink. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona. Only on LA Talk Radio.